I didn't mention this in the intro because the film works better if you don't know it going in, but Cornell Wilde and Patricia Knight were husband and wife when they made this film. They'd met in a producer's office in 1936 and got married the following year. He was 24, she was 21. They both worked on Broadway, appearing together in the 1940 production of Romeo and Juliet that starred Laurence Olivier and Vivien Leigh. Wilde zoomed to stardom in Hollywood with his Oscar-nominated role as Frédéric Chopin in 1945's A Song to Remember. While under contract at 20th Century Fox, he tried constantly and unsuccessfully to score film roles for his wife, including as his co-star in the troubled production of Forever Amber. It's one of the reasons he left Fox, so he could make this picture with his wife. Well, that proved to be short-sighted when the couple split in 1951. He married actress Jean Wallace, while she married Danish skating champion Nils Larsen. It's a shame Patricia Knight didn't make any other noir films because she was made for it, as a blonde or a brunette. She's hard, fast, and beautiful, and perfectly conveys an ambiguity that has you constantly guessing about her true intentions. It's disappointing she didn't make more movies in general. Only 2 more after this, which certainly opened the door for Peggy Castle, who got a bunch of roles in the 50s that Patricia Knight would have been perfect for. Now, about that ending. Sam Fuller's original story was like a love-struck version of Breaking Bad. The drama is in watching a straight arrow spiral into becoming an outlaw. Fuller's version ended with Griff dying in a shootout with the cops. In-your-face irony being one of the things that often fueled Fuller's rip-roaring yarns. But Columbia chickened out, much to the disgust of Douglas Sirk, who'd eagerly agreed to this assignment after reading Fuller's story. Although Helen Deutsch's script contains many wonderful and unexpected bits of business, the ending is a total cop-out. If Sirk had been allowed to direct Fuller's original climax, Shockproof would be one of the era's great Lovers on the Lam movies. And just as an aside, Fuller could have sued Warner Brothers for stealing the 3rd act of Shockproof when it made Tomorrow is Another Day in 1951 with Ruth Roman and Steve Cochran. It completely lifted all that business with the itinerant labor camp and the nosy neighbors. Unfortunately, the film also borrowed the same cop-out ending, leaving it a few missteps short of classic status. Please don't construe my criticisms as a knock against screenwriter Helen Deutsch. She was only doing what the studio demanded. Deutsch would go on to have a great career writing movies, mostly for MGM, including an Oscar nomination for the screenplay of 1953's Lily. Also on her resume, King Solomon's Mines, I'll Cry Tomorrow, and the unsinkable Molly Brown. Her last screenplay was for 1967's trash classic Valley of the Dolls. You've got to admire anybody who can write the scripts for National Velvet and the Valley of the Dolls. Now, why not jump over to the Noir Alley Facebook page and Twitter feed and let me know how much you hated the ending of today's film. Next week, we're going to take a walk on the wild side with one of my faves, Doris Day. Now, if you've never seen the 1956 thriller Julie, you are in for something wild. Until then, see you in the shadows.